terrible. Emmanuel Immaculate is better.
I like it, bro. You come a long way. That's all that is. Let's get it started with Drew Brees, future Hall of Famer, ranked as the 7th, 7th best quarterback in the playoffs by Sport News. Brees missed 4 games this year with a rib injury, but he led the Saints to a 9-3 record when he was healthy. Take a look at the top 7. Patrick Mahomes is in the top spot. Only Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady have more career playoff starts than Brees, while Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson have 3 combined starts compared to Brees' 16. LeVar is back, but Acho, you have a problem with Drew Brees being ranked 7th best quarterback in the playoffs?
I got a huge issue with it.
Oh, huge.
Fellas, my first year in college, my coach, he looked at me, my defensive coordinator, he said, Acho, I've forgotten more football than you know.
I love that.
I was like, huh? And then I realized, wait a second. He's saying he's so advanced and experienced, he's forgotten more about the game of football than I know. That's how much he knows. Drew Brees has forgotten more about playoffs and playoff success than Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen have realized. I love that they're young, bright, budding stars, but I don't want to see a name on that list that hasn't, above Drew Brees, that hasn't won a Super Bowl, hadn't even won a playoff game. Pat Mahomes, I'm cool with. Russell Wilson, Rodgers, y'all do your thing. But to put Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson ahead of Drew Brees, that's a travesty as far as the playoffs, not regular season. Remember, America is different. I went to the playoffs one time. The preparation for that is different. The atmosphere is different. The coaches, they are more uptight. Everything is different about the playoffs. It don't translate regular season to postseason. We've seen it with Josh Allen. We've seen it with Lamar Jackson. So I'm really not telling you anything you don't know. Yeah. So when you're ranking playoff quarterbacks, I don't want regular season success to be indicative of playoff success, because we know for certain that's not the case. I got a big issue with Drew Brees. I think he should be the 5th best quarterback as far as ranking playoff quarterbacks.
Man, stop. I had no problem with this because, as you said last block, if you don't have any solutions, what are you talking about? Being real, Acho?
What up?
Who in the hell you gonna put him in front of? Being real. See, your coach tried to break it down to you in terms of knowledge, because you were probably challenging him because you were on the field, a good player, and he's like, oh, this boy think he knows it all. So that's all that was. But don't take that conversation to this conversation, because this ranking is not a knowledge-based ranking. It's not about Wonderlic scores, like who knows the most about football and put them in order. It's about what the hell they gonna do. Anticipate it going forward. And Drew Brees is right where he should be. Oh, Drew Brees, who was 8-8 in the postseason, you know. God, Drew Brees. When you think of Drew Brees, when I saw that nugget, I was like, 8-8? That's not an average. But Drew Brees is way above average in terms of his performances, but that's the results. I look at the list. Patrick Mahomes, be real. Hell no, he ain't going in front of them. Aaron Rodgers, be real. Hell no. Talking about this year. Tom Brady. Nah, son. Russell Wilson, come on, man. He's still cooking when he wants to. Josh Allen, he damn near won the MVP. What you talking about, Willis? Lamar Jackson, boy, we've been glowing. You put up a full screen yesterday talking about how Lamar Jackson is top 5 in rushing and top 5. Yeah, but Drew Brees is average in the postseason. We could dance together. So here's the thing. I don't know where you're going with this. So the last thing is, since returning from injury, this is what probably damned him, being real. I mean, you're 8-8 in the postseason in your career, and then, okay, it's still Drew Brees. He's coming off a rib injury. How's he looking now? 6 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, 60% completion percentage. That's not Drew Brees right there. So I think all of those factors is why he's low on the list to you, Acho, but right where he should be for me.
I think if you look at personnel groupings, I think that that's probably the biggest reason. You know, you look at Josh Allen, why is he higher than Lamar Jackson? And I think the reason is because of Stephon Diggs, you know, and what he brings to the table. You look at the rest of those guys high on that list, there is a marquee guy connected to what they're doing. Even though Mike Evans may be injured and banged up, you still got a few other guys. So when you look at Drew Brees, Mike Thomas, we don't know what they're saying he's going to be rested and they're going to ramp him back up, but we don't know how healthy he is, and we don't know what his level of competition is going to be like going into this game. And I think that that's probably the largest factor in terms of why you're going to rank them where you're going to rank them. They all have marquee receivers connected to them, and I would say probably Drew Brees is the only one that doesn't have a marquee receiver if Michael Thomas isn't all the way healthy. So I think that it's an okay ranking. an accurate ranking. I don't think we have to go into what he's forgotten and what he knows and all these other comparisons. I think it's just very black and white on this scenario. Who is Drew Brees going to get it done with in the playoffs outside of Alvin Kamara if Michael Thomas isn't ready to go?
LA, you get a radio show which you're thriving on, and now you want to come up here and prove you're the most astute analyst.
How he doing that? That flex.
Out here ranking.
That Wonderlic flex.
Marcellus, LeVar is that teacher. Remember, you would read a sentence in a book, the curtains were blue. And LeVar would be like, what did the teacher mean? The teacher meant that the blue represents the immense depression in our society based upon the color of the curtains and the saturation of the blue.
Hated that
indicative of the
hated that
that our world was crying.
Shut your trap.
LeVar, the curtains is blue. That's what the author meant.
If the context clues within the book tell you to read deeper into the meaning of it, like you just said, then you would be wise to do it. Otherwise, you are wasting your time reading the passage.
The passage.
The passage.
I'm going to pass by that tape.
I'm going to pass on your tape, too.
That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to just shut all this up with one simple
I heard you hating on Chase
screen.
The other
That's it. That's it. I'm going to give y'all one full screen because I'm tired of opinions. I'm going to let these numbers talk. Just look at cats in the postseason. Josh Allen, he's 0-1. Lamar Jackson, 0-2. Drew Brees, 8-8. 50% is better than 0%. Passing touchdowns, interceptions, 34-12, and the other guy's just bad. Completion percentage, it's not even a conversation. 67% for Brees, 51 and 52 for the other cats. And then passer rating, 99 for Brees, 68, 69 for the other two cats. Again, we just have to do a great job of delineating between regular season accomplishments, postseason accomplishments. Josh Allen is on a tear. End of the season, 15 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Last year, Josh Allen, end of the season, 15 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. But you saw what happened in the playoff. Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, I will stand on this table and yell for a regular season success. All I'm saying is, playoff, we have to put Drew Brees ahead of them, too, for now.
I can't do that because I read the article and the rankings of this, and it was interesting. A couple of criteria, a couple of things that they made mention of that probably was their criteria was how loaded this playoff quarterback field was. 6 quarterbacks have won Super Bowls: Brady, Roethlisberger, Aaron Rodgers, Drew Brees, Russell Wilson, and Mahomes. Okay, but then they went to another level and they said, there are MVPs in these playoffs as well: Brady, Rodgers, Mahomes, and Jackson.
Sure.
Didn't say
I
Drew.
was holding that one.
Yeah, didn't say Drew.
Hit it.
Didn't say Drew
Brees'
name right there. So if I name 4 guys, and then this is the killer. This is the kicker. How about Drew Brees in his last playoff performance? Even though the numbers look good, let's be real, we all watched that game. Wasn't he the 3rd best quarterback on the field, including Taysom Hill?
People were like, down,
okay, let's not do that. Let's go to the game before that, the year before. Drew Brees, passer rating in the 80s, and last game was in the 90s, which is under league average. The point is, you're coming off injury. You're coming off injury. Your last 2 playoff performances have been subpar based on your standards, and now you're in this situation. Hey,